what the Most High God has done for me. Howdy, 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 ho. This man's kingdom a jackass. As stubborn as a jackass is, he knows where his master's crib is. Pay him $10 when you say you was lost? Right. Exactly. Now let's see what Christ did. He got all of Israel before him, and he's praying to the Most High for the people. The scripture said, do you not know that you are the temple of God? Yes. And the Spirit of God dwelleth in you. He said that. We are here to tell you who you are according to the scripture. That's right. You make up the 12 tribes of the house of Israel. That's right.
Praise. So all praises to the Most High. Give me the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 1. Because the young brother, all praises that he leave with some edification and he changed his ways and stuff. All praises for that. But the Most High is looking for men. The Most High is looking for men. The whole time the young brother was being edified, I seen our black men in the background acting as if this information wasn't for them. So watch this. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
So that's a question. Isn't this wisdom that's coming out? We had like 2 different churches that came out here, and they didn't teach you how to get the kingdom of heaven. I can bet you that. So read it again.
Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
So watch this. Let's find out what wisdom this is talking about. Is this talking about wisdom of men, or if this is talking about wisdom of God? And if it is, let's find out exactly what it is. Give me that Deuteronomy 6 and 25.
You want for wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom.
So God's law, statutes, and commandments is the black man's, the Hispanic man, and Native American man wisdom. This is what we're trying to give back to our people. We're trying to make you wise, that wise and great nation again. But watch this. Go back to Proverbs chapter 8, verse 1. Read it again.
Proverbs 8 and 1. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
So if you're confused on what's coming out, the Bible is letting you know this is God's wisdom. Jump down to verse 3.
Verse 3. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city.
So we're not going to be standing in no church house. We coming directly to where our people at. We crying in the gates, letting you know you need to repent, come back to the understanding of who you are, and start keeping God's commandments. Read it again.
Proverbs 8 and verse 3. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men.
Unto you, O who?
O men.
So God is calling the black man. God is calling the black man to set his nation back in order. That's your job. If you ever been confused on what you was put here to do, God said that he's calling you. Read it again.
Unto you, O men, I call.
So he's calling men. It's going to take a man to change our people, to change the mindset of our people. Because a lot of our people are acting like what? Watch this. Matthew chapter, 7 verse 31? Watch this. This is how a lot of our brothers and our sisters is acting. Watch this. Matthew chapter, is it Luke or Luke? Luke chapter 7 verse 31. Watch this. Watch what Christ said about us.
The book of Luke chapter 7 verse 31. And the Lord said, whereunto then I shall
read it again.
Whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation?
Black man at the car wash, black man in front of the liquor store. Watch this. Christ got a message to you. Read it again.
And he said, and the Lord said, whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation. And to what are they like?
So he asking you, what are y'all like to him? Read it again. Read it through.
They are like unto children.
Like unto who?
Children.
So Christ said that the black man today is like unto children. Why are y'all like unto children? What does it mean to actually be a true godly man? Because y'all had 2 or 3 churches come by and y'all still doing the same thing. So we're going to bring out the wisdom. What does it mean to be an actual true godly man? This is what we out here to do. We out here to set our nation back in order. We out here to teach our people how to be true men. Because is it selling dope to your brother? Is that making you a man? Is it prostituting your sister out? Is that making you a man? Is it you leaving your sister as baby mamas to fend for themselves? Does that make you a man? Is that the man that God is calling? Because remember, the scriptures say, unto you, O man, have I called. So watch this. Let's find out what kind of man he's calling.
1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore.
So King David told us to be thou strong, therefore, because a lot of our brothers have fainted. A lot of our brothers have grown weak, and what they fail to understand is that's in the Bible. Our conditions are in the Bible. So watch this. He said, be thou strong, therefore,
and show thyself a man.
And show yourself a man. Show yourself a man according to God, because God is not dealing with little boys. Because what does a little boy do? A little boy, when he get offended, he say whatever. A little boy lacks discipline. The men that God is looking for are the men that have discipline. Hey, young brother that's getting out of the car. Brother with the red shirt, come here real quick. Let me holler at you for a second. Let me show something to you. Hey, you believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible? And see, that's the thing with our people and stuff. A lot of our people don't even want to hear what these words is talking about. But that's why he said, show thyself a man. Read on.
1 Kings 2 and 3. And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
What's the charge of the Lord thy God? Black man that got the laundry clothes. What's the charge of the Lord thy God? What is he charging us for? Our people don't know. They don't consider. Read. Wisdom crying out loud. Well, he's asking you, what is he charging you for? What are you supposed to be doing? Read it.
To walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments.
So that's the only way you can show yourself a man to God, is to be walking in his ways, to be doing what Christ did, to be keeping the commandments. One of the commandments today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. How are we supposed to be conducting ourselves on the Lord's Sabbath day? We got a lot of people that say that they believe in the Bible, but when we bring it out, it kind of raises eyebrows. So let's see how we're supposed to be conducting ourselves on the Lord's Sabbath day. Read on. Give me that in Exodus.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
So we about to teach y'all how we supposed to conduct ourselves on the Lord's Sabbath day. This is how the man of God is going to conduct themselves. So listen good.
Exodus 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
So God said, or God through the spirit of Moses said, remember the Lord's Sabbath day. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Let's see how we're supposed to maintain ourselves on that. Read on.
To keep it holy.
To keep it holy. Holy means separate. So you got, let's see, we got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we got those 6 days. Whatever you do there on the Sabbath day, you're not supposed to do that. That's how you keep it holy. Read on.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So he said the 7th day, which is Saturday, Friday from sundown to Saturday sundown, that's the Lord's Sabbath. Read.
Exodus 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So 6 days was y'all supposed to be buying beers. 6 days was y'all supposed to be buying food. 6 days was y'all supposed to be cleaning your clothes. Read.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So he said the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Read on.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
Read it again, what it say?
In it thou shalt not do any work.
So this is that wisdom that's coming out. We teaching y'all how to keep the Lord's Sabbath holy. We ain't supposed to be working today. We ain't supposed to be buying or selling today. We're supposed to be serving the Lord thy God, your God, oh black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man, who are the Israelites. Right. This is the wisdom that God is pushing forth. Read. Is more than that?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, give me that it's a covenant between Israel and the Most High God. Because the Sabbath isn't supposed to be kept by all nations. The Sabbath is supposed to be kept by you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which is God's chosen people. Which is God's chosen people. And we about to prove that. Watch this. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 31 and verse 13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel.
So that's why we out here. That's why we not downtown where the other nations is dwelling at. We're down here at the bottom where our people is at. We commanded to talk to our people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Read.
Saying, verily my Sabbaths ye shall keep.
So God said verily, meaning seriously, my Sabbath that I have set up for you, you're gonna keep it. Read.
For it is a sign between me and you.
You see that? He said it's a sign between you and him. That means that it's a spiritual connection between you and God and his Sabbath. Read on.
Throughout your generations.
So throughout your generations. So as long as we populating, we supposed to be keeping God's Sabbath. As long as we populating, we supposed to be keeping God's Sabbath. Read on.
That ye may know that I am the Lord.
That ye may know that he's the Lord. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. But this is the mindset that our people have. God said that he chose us above all nations on the planet of the earth to rule the nations and to set this world and set this world in order. But look at the mindset that our people have. Watch this.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
So that's the type of mindset that we have. We have a rebellious mindset. God say do this, we say we do that. So God said, woe, meaning destruction. If you can't get it in order, it's going to be destruction to the rebellious children. That's you people that's on this sign. That's you people that don't even consider that you're God's special chosen people. Read on.
Saith the Lord.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
It's in the Bible. Read on.
That take counsel, but not of me.
Because when our people don't even consider that their conditions is in the Bible. Your conditions is in the Bible. Why are you at the bottom of society? The answers is here. We all say we want answers, but we take counsel of some other source. God said, read it again.
Said the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
Black man with the purple shoes on. Let me holler at you for a second, bro. I know you gotta go, but give me like 2 minutes. Let me share something with you. Come here real quick, bro. Come here real quick, because this is the true book. This is the only true answers out there for the black man's condition.
That's right.
5 and 6. Watch this, bro. Because I'm about to show you what kind of spirit you rolling in. Watch this. I'm gonna read something real quick.
I heard everything you were saying.
All praises. The Most High said his word don't go out void. So watch this. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6.
I'm going to start 5. 1 Peter 5 and 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the other. Yea, all of you be subject one to another.
So our people, that's one thing that we lack. We lack order. We don't want nobody ruling over us. But when we come to serve the Lord thy God, it's order. And you got to be subject to the people that's over you. We're trying to teach you God's law, statutes, and commandments.
Let me mention something to you personally,
Right.
brother. You know, I like your delivery. You very smooth, commanding. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I could not even listen to you. I tried not
All
to.
praises.
However, you know, sometimes, you know, we all got our own beliefs, our
Right.
precepts, our concepts of life. And, you know, I mean, none of us, not even me, I don't force anything on anybody, no matter what your religion is.
Right.
You feel me? But that's the only thing, you know, make people want to, you know, you already got it. You
Right.
feel me? The other part, like where, you know, you might want to challenge somebody, like at the manhood part, you know, we all feeding our children. You feel me? But I respect that, though.
Right.
Like,
What's your name, bro?
My name is Abdullah.
Is that Abdullah?
Yep.
My name is Rafai. Watch this, because I pulled a scripture that I wanted to read to you real quick. But
Okay.
let me grab something real quick. Sirach chapter 5, verse 11. Watch this. Watch this. Because what we out here to do, y'all, I know I had a strong deliverance or whatever, but what I'm really out here to do is give y'all the sense, on, and this is what we all need. But I'm out here to give y'all the sense on who we are. Because like the scripture said, it's documented that we are rebellious people.
That's right.
We're rebellious people. So can you talk to rebellious people with soft words? Not at all. Not at all. They ain't trying to hear, hey, bruh, I gotta go. You know, that's how they is. That's why it's commanded that we bring it out how we bring it out. But watch this, watch this. But before we start, because my mission is to let you know who you are according to the Bible. But before we start, let me set the playing field with this. Watch it. Hold on. I'm gonna let you, because we're gonna be man. We're gonna have a dialogue.
I did come back. You know what
I know. But I don't want you to. I don't want.
One thing I will say, I will come back because I got my kids waiting on me.
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't want to be here to hear you because I would have never walked back over
All
here.
praises.
I knew that you was a
So,
youngster, and I
right.
respect that the things that you know, be able to deliver.
Right.
Respect
So Abdul, right?
Right.
All right. So give me 3 minutes. I'm gonna let you go to your kids. So watch this. Read this good.
Sirach chapter 5 verse 11. Be swift to hear.
So that's a commandment. We gotta be swift to hear. Hold on. I know this brother. He sound kind of deep, but let me really listen to what he's trying to say to me. Read on.
Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere.
Let your life be sincere, because right now what we present to you is life and death. Life and death. Did you know that that was the covenant that was made between our forefathers and Moses?
No, I can't say I do.
You can't. Now, if you be swift to hear, I'm gonna show you. Watch this. Give me that. What we got on it?
And with patience give answer.
And that's so heavy because a lot of our people lack patience, so that's why they always tend to give the sacrifice of fools, because they don't got patience to actually listen and find out what we teaching. You never seen this before. When I first heard about it, I never seen this before. This is the last days we living in. We waking up God's chosen people. We waking up God's chosen people. So watch this. What I wanted you to give me. We're gonna leave you with this because I know you got to go to your kids and stuff, right? But according to the Bible, you are the biblical Israelites. If you're the children of the slave trade, that only happened to the children of Israel. So watch. Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on, give me 4 minutes. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. So you can get the idea of who this is going to. Because a lot of the churches teach that the Bible is for everybody. But when you actually get in the Bible, you come to realize that it's only for one people. It's only for one people. And that's the people that you see on the sign right here. But watch this.
Deuteronomy 1 verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So he said, these are the words. This Bible is the word that Moses spoke unto all the Israelites. You see yourself on the sign? Where you find yourself at? You got to say that thing with honor, because we've been called black for too long. We've been called Negroes for too long. You from where?
American black.
All praises. You from the tribe of Judah. Do you know who you related to? Do you know who you related to? Right. But I'm talking about in the Bible. Do you know who you related to? You related to Jesus Christ, the black Messiah that's going to come back and redeem his people. That's going to come back and redeem his people. So watch this. Let's get. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let me get 2 minutes. Watch this. Watch this. Watch it. Remember, it said patience, brother, patience. But watch this. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1.
Deuteronomy 6.
You say you need to what?
Need to buy some patience.
You need to buy some patience. All you got to do is discipline yourself. But watch this. Read this.
Deuteronomy 6 verse 1.
Okay.
Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord your God commanded you to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither you go to possess it.
So his law, statutes, and commandments. Go down to verse 6.
Verse 7. Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
So Abdul, I know you got to go, but leave with this. We're commanded to teach our children God's commandments. Because if we don't teach them, the cycle is going to continue. The cycle is going to continue. You're going to continue to see blacks. Can't you see it's getting worse? Can't you see it's getting worse? We got brothers and sisters with skinny jeans. Roles has changed because we're not keeping God's commandments. So watch this. Go read it again.
Verse Deuteronomy 6 and 6. And these words which I command you this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them.
What's that one in Psalm?
Psalm chapter 75, 78 in verse 5.
Leave with this, Abdul. Listen good.
For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers.
Which he commanded our fathers. Which he commanded our fathers. We're the fathers today. Read on.
That they should make them known to their children.
This isn't a light thing. We got to start making these commandments and these statutes known to our children so we can change the cycle. Read on.
That the generation to come.
That the generation to come. Now, if you ever wonder why this generation is out of order, because the previous generation didn't teach them nothing. Read on.
That the generation to come might know them.
Might know them. Read.
Even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God.
That they might set their hope in God. Because our people don't set their hope in God. Our people despise the Bible. You know who our people set their hope in? You know who our people set their hope in? The media. Who controls the media? The other nations. But watch this. Watch this. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Bring it up.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Because if we're not setting our hope in God, then we're trying to be like somebody else. Read on.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
So God had to leave that message in us because he knew we was going to be destroyed. He said, envy thou not the oppressor. We're not trusting in God, so we're envying our oppressor. Anything that they say or they do, we want to do. They got blonde hair, we want blonde hair. They wear skinny jeans, we want skinny jeans. They drink till they get intoxicated, we drink until we get intoxicated. God said what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
So envy thou not the oppressor. Read on.
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. 3 weeks ago, we was all up and down choosing his ways. The 4th of July, choosing his ways. We out popping firecrackers. In the 1800s, we was in slavery. So why are we choosing any of those ways?
Right.
That's why God said it's important to teach your children. Teach them their nationality. Teach them their culture. Teach them what's to come. Because if not, they're going to be cut off.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.